To the hiss of copper pipes at dawn, the bed quake tremor when the district mains are drawn.
Goggles on the nightstand, cock still warm from dreams.
I wind my pocket ticker, grease the morning seams.
Steam rises like a sermon from the grades below.
Newsboys shout through megaphones and brass basso.
Fresh ether in the tanks, half-price suit today.
Another turn upon the wheel, another bill to pay. Rise with the boilers, roar my love.
Dance with the drive belts overhead.
Pistons pound our heartbeat, darling.
In the city that never sleeps in bed.
Brass and velvet, smoke and wonder. Turn the crank and face the day. We live where yesterday's tomorrow looms in steam and sparks and gray. To the hiss of the bedchamber boiler.
6:15 sharp by the mantle clock's roll.
Goggles fog briefly when I light the pilot.
Blue spirit lanterns crawl up every wall.
Pull on the corset of leather and rivet.
Brass knuckle dusters for opening jars.
When the wrist compass check pressure in the waistcoat.
Another day turning pistons and stars.
Charlie omnibus clatters down the elevated track.
Top hats, tilted lightning rods, parasols pulled back.
Lady in the silk sells yesterday's reply.
Tall chimney sweeps with clockwork wings go racing through the sky.
Rise with the boilers, roar my love.
Swing to the rhythm of the chain.
Valves are singing in the foundry.
Sparks are falling like warm rain.
Leather, velvet, oil and wonder. Polish up the world we claim. We live where yesterday's tomorrow
burns in blue-eyed pilot flame. My battered bowler to the automaton postman.
He clanks a Kirk good morrow with a porcelain hand.
Factory whistles harmonizing minor keys of iron.
Calling every gear heart sold to labor, sweat and siren.
Between the shifts we steal a moment.
Gaslight kiss on blackened stone.
Whisper futures through the speaking tube.
Promise airships made of bone. But the pressure gauge is climbing, and the foreman's monocle gleams. Back to pistons, back to fire, living life in iron dreams. Rise with the boilers, roar my love.
March to the cadence of the great machine.
We're the children of the furnace heart.
Polished brass and kerosene.
Through the soot and through the splendor, we'll keep turning night to day in this mad magnificent forever, where the steam will never fade away. Away. The brass bells chime 3 when the pneumatic door sighs. A cloud of warm vapor rolls in with a light. I hang up my goggles, unbuckle the flight harness, and claim my old table beneath the gaslight. The waiter's a clockwork with polished brass joints. His voice like a music box perfectly tuned. He brings me a menu engraved on thin copper, and steam curls like dragons from every perfume brew. Oh, sit for a while in the Steamcafe glow, where pistons keep rhythm and kettles sing low. The air tastes of cinnamon, oil and hot brass, an afternoon stolen from gears that won't pass. We sip on our engines of coffee and cream while dirigibles drift past the fog-laced glass pane. The world keeps on turning its cogs without end, but here time runs slower, just steam and a friend.
At the next table over, an airship captain is arguing softly with maps made of light. His first mate's a lady with telescopic fingers, adjusting the focus on stories of flight.
A tinker in leathers is sketching new vowels, while ink from his fountain pen hisses with steam. The gramophone corner plays waltzes in minor, powered by boilers that nobody's seen. The chandelier overhead is a marvel of crystal and spinning brass orbs that throw fractured gold beams. Outside the great engines of industry rumble, but inside we're floating on currents of dreams. A scholar reads poetry written in ciphers, a poetess answers in puffs of cigar.
The barista adds just the right drop of ether, one sip and the worries of morning dissolve fast.
So linger a while in the Steamcafe's hardware, copper and velvet and soft whistles start. Let clocks lose their minutes, let pressure valves sigh. An afternoon here is the closest to sky.
We drift through the hours on rivers of tea, with laughter and stories and sweet reverie. The empire may grind on
With iron and fire, but inside these walls we have time to respire.
Steamcafe.
Where the heart slows its pace.
One more cup of comfort
Before we return to the race.
Steamcafe.
The docking towers creak as the sun dips low. Burnished copper bleeding into violet glow. Gargantuan shadows stretch long across the quay, while mooring lines groan like old lovers at sea. The envelope silk catches the last of the fire. Gold leaf and rivets reflect and desire. Engineers wipe sweat from their soot-streaked brows as the final steam whistle bids farewell to the crowds. Oh, sunset at the Airshipport, where the sky meets the iron and the dreamers consort. Propellers slow, valves hiss their goodbye as the burning horizon paints the empire sky. We stand on the gangway with hearts full of steam, watching leviathans rise on their silvery dream. The day's work is done, the night watch begins at the edge of the world where the brass lantern spins. A captain in goggles salutes the fading light, his long leather coat catching ember at night. Cargo crates rattle on automated tracks, while sky sailors share flasks and tell tales of the black. The signal lamps flicker in semaphore code, red, green, and amber on every high road. A lone violinist plays a slow waking tune as the gaslights awaken beneath the The horizon is bleeding, a furnace of brass. The clouds
wear corsets of rose-tinted glass. One final burst from the boiler below, then silence descends like fresh fallen snow. We breathe in the mixture of coal dust and pine, of ozone and freedom and sweet turpentine. Tomorrow they'll lift on the morning's first gale, but tonight we're just watchers of this burning tale. Oh, sunset at the Airshipport, where steel giants slumber and the restless hearts court. The stars peek through smog with their cold diamond eyes, while the port lights awaken like fireflies. We raise up our glasses of warmed engine oil to every bold soul who still dares to toil. From gutter to crow's nest, from deck plate to sky, this is our cathedral of steam, saying goodbye.
Sunset at the Airshipport, the boilers grow quiet, the sky turns to velvet, and the empire dreams on.
The deck plates are cold beneath worn leather boots. Brass railings still warm from the day's heated pursuit. Engines are banked low, a deep rhythmic purr, while the envelope creaks like an old wooden stir.
Stars pierce the smog veil and fracture white fire. The moon wears a halo of pale ether wire. I lean on the railing, cold flapping in gusts, breathing in mixtures of oil, steam, and trust.
So a night on the flight deck, where the sky meets the steel, where the heart of the empire turns slow at the wheel. Propellers whisper secrets to clouds far below, and the whole world is silent except for the glow. We sail through the darkness on rivers of steam, chasing constellations and half-forgotten dreams. The wind tastes of lightning, the deck comes with life. This is freedom wrapped tight in the gears and the strife.
Drinking and spinning tall tales of pirates and tempests and runaway sails. Up here it's just me and the watch lantern's flame, and the soft ticking gauges that speak without name.
A distant sky beacon blinks green and gold, another ship passing on courses untold. The altitude needle holds steady and true, while the cold bites my fingers but can't touch my view.
Lightning dances far off like a welder's bright spark. Thunder rolls gentle, a lullaby's arc. I trace constellations with gloved, calloused hands, naming new ones for captains and faraway lands.
So the boiler man's whistle drifts up from below, a reminder that even the quiet still glows. We're tiny brass specks on a canvas so vast, yet tonight on this deck the future feels cast. cogs down below.
But here time stands still in the afterglow.
We guard every rivet, every valve, every seam, carrying tomorrow on currents of steam. From crow's nest to keel plate, from midnight till dawn. This night on the flight deck is where legends are born.
Night